Right. So welcome to.
I'm in the middle of scratching my arm. I'm like over here, like. Okay.
All right. So here we got module one, lesson I think 6. Boom. Let's talk about what it looks like to be either a local photographer or wedding photographer, or whether you want to do destination weddings or both. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Chris and this is Ray.
We are Dallas Fort Worth wedding photographers with over 8 years of experience in the industry, and we are passionate about educating and equipping other photographers in their craft and business.
Yeah, so one of the ways we are doing this is this series here on YouTube, where we're going to teach you the foundational pillars that you need to make it as a wedding photographer.
All right, so let's get into it. Caveat,
I was like, well, I will disclose, we've never really truly been destination photographers.
Never wanted to.
We have done some like out-of-state weddings, some that do have us travel like quite a few hours, but especially for like the last little bit of our career, we have really just established we're just in the DFW area.
We didn't really want to do destination weddings because we want to travel. Well, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
We mostly like to travel for us. Like I
Yes.
like to travel, but I don't want to travel with gear.
Yes.
Personally.
So,
It takes a lot out of you.
so yeah, there's things like, so first of all, do you
to
want
ask
to travel
your-
for work?
You need to ask yourself some questions
or
as you're
just
making a
leisure?
decision. Yeah.
For us personally, the only traveling we like to do is when we take vacations.
I do not want to have to carry a bunch of gear with me. I don't want to have to like be thinking about. If I'm traveling and I'm going to Italy, I want to go enjoy Italy. I don't
Yeah.
want to go
I mean, even
like.
for us, even if we were able to, say we got booked for a trip in Italy or got booked for a wedding in Italy, they put us up there for 3 days or so that we need to be up there, and say we extend that, it's still not ideal for us because then we have to worry about our gear, where that's
Yeah.
going. We're going to have to keep tabs of that and all that good stuff. So for us personally, we've never desired to travel to do this job, even though it does afford you opportunities to get some pretty epic places.
Yeah, and I will say that we live in Texas, which is not exactly scenic, but the weddings here are amazing.
Yes.
They're
We
not
have great
maybe
weddings.
in like having mountains and like Positano. I don't know how you say that.
We're not on like
We're not on
a
the Italian
beach.
coast.
We're not, yeah.
But I just personally don't care enough about those beautiful places in my photos to want to make that what I do.
Yeah.
It's just me.
We just enjoy our
Some
weddings
people
here.
really, and also, I don't know. I don't want to have to, this is maybe just like a snotty, selfish thing, but I don't want my photography to have to rely on being in a beautiful place to be amazing and excellent. So,
Second thing is, do you have dependents? So that we definitely established our local photography brand after we had our child. Before it was still local before. It just wasn't branded as local. So we did do a few out-of-state weddings. And honestly, we had one not long ago. But we do take out-of-state weddings a little bit. But once we had our kid, we branded local. And, you got to get back to them. You got to be a parent. So,
yeah. And then, are you doing this full-time
obviously,
or
do
part-time?
you have a job?
It can be really hard to be a destination wedding photographer if you're also working, if you're only doing this part-time and you have a Monday through Friday job, because unless you're willing to just take the time off or
Yeah.
whatever, it's a little tricky. So
Yeah.
those are some things to consider when you're deciding whether you want to shoot destination weddings or if you just want to be local or semi-local, maybe do like service your whole state or
Yep.
whatever. In Texas, our whole state is like
Huge. It's huge.
12 hours across, but if
Yeah.
you're in a smaller state, it's going to be a lot easier. So
So yeah, if you're considering travel photography, just think about the process of you're going to have to fly your gear around.
you're going to need travel insurance.
You're going to need travel insurance.
You're going to need to charge appropriately for travel.
Yep. You're going to need to have a firm, like, how many days do you need to be there before, during, after? So a lot of factors that go in with traveling, but, you will get to do some amazing stuff traveling. And if you're just a person who loves traveling, loves seeing the world, this business does afford you that opportunity to get those places and go see those places.
Yeah.
So, to each their own.
Yeah. So that's all we have on that.
Yeah.
So up next,
Short
I'm
and
going to give you kind of like an overview of wedding photography styles, which is going to segue into a discussion of, do you need to start your wedding photography career off knowing exactly what your style is? So first we're going to talk about these styles, and then we'll get into that other discussion. So
Awesome.
that's what's next.